Most men chase women with grand gestures and constant attention. But the truth? It's often the subtle weaknesses that reveal her true interest, or lack thereof. If you're in the 10% of men who understand these hidden vulnerabilities, you'll navigate relationships with unbreakable clarity. Today, we'll uncover them through the timeless lens of Stoicism. Stay with me. This could change how you see everything. Gentlemen, you've been there. You're pouring energy into a relationship, reading every text, every glance, wondering if she's truly invested or just going through the motions. Maybe she pulls away unexpectedly, or her affection feels inconsistent, leaving you confused and questioning your own worth. It's a quiet storm that erodes your confidence, turns strong men into doubters, and wastes years on connections that never deepen. This matters deeply because without understanding these dynamics, you risk emotional exhaustion, broken trust, and a life of unfulfilled partnerships. It's not about blame, it's about gaining the clarity to build something real. The ancient Stoics understood something modern men have forgotten. True strength comes from observing reality without illusion. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you interpret it that matters. They mastered the dichotomy of control, focusing on your responses, not external chaos. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminded us to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. Seneca echoed this, urging us to prepare for human frailties through premeditation. Malarum, anticipating challenges to stay unshaken. In this video, I'll reveal 10 hidden female weaknesses that high-value men recognize and use for self-mastery. These aren't tools for manipulation, but insights for emotional sovereignty. You'll learn to spot them, apply Stoic wisdom, and build authentic presence. And later, I'll share the most powerful one that separates wise men from the rest. Let's dive in. Point number 1, emotional reactivity. Women often react impulsively to feelings, letting momentary emotions dictate actions. Here's what's really happening. The brain's amygdala overrides logic, creating highs and lows that can confuse steady men. Imagine you're on a date. She laughs deeply at your story, but later snaps over a small disagreement, pulling away without explanation. High-value men recognize this as a test of their discipline. As Epictetus said, we cannot control external events, only our responses. Stoics practice detachment here, maintaining calm presence. This builds your power, but there's a deeper layer most men miss. Point number 2, validation seeking. She craves external approval to feel secure, often subtly fishing for compliments. Psychologically, this stems from social conditioning, where worth ties to others' views. Picture her posting a photo online, then checking reactions obsessively, or steering conversations to her achievements for your praise. Wise men see this not as neediness, but a chance for mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does." Offer genuine strength without overindulging. Foster her independence. Now this leads to something even more subtle. Point number 3, fear of loss. Deep down, she fears abandonment, which can make her cling or test boundaries. This is rooted in attachment styles, amplifying small uncertainties into crises. Envision her questioning your plans after you cancel once, her tone shifting from warm to guarded, probing for reassurance. Stoic men understand amor fati, loving fate, and don't react with desperation. Seneca advised, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man." Use this to cultivate trust through consistency. Think about that for a moment. It sets up the next insight. Point number 4, attraction to mystery. Women weaken around enigmatic men, drawn to the unknown. It's the dopamine rush from uncertainty that hooks her. Say you're sharing just enough about your life to intrigue, not overwhelm. She leans in, asking more, her eyes lighting up with curiosity. High-value men wield this with control, avoiding oversharing. This aligns with the Stoic principle of self-restraint. Epictetus taught us to guard our impressions. Master this, and you'll hold quiet power. But wait, the next one flips the script. Point number 5, social influence. She's swayed by peer opinions, often conforming to group norms. This herd mentality protects emotionally but blinds to individual truth. Imagine her hesitating on a bold idea until her friends approve, her enthusiasm waning without validation. Wise men observe without judgment, leading with their own clarity. Marcus Aurelius noted, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Stoics premeditate such influences, staying sovereign. This is exactly why men who understand this build stronger bonds. Point number 6, overthinking tendencies. Women can spiral into analysis paralysis, replaying scenarios endlessly. Neurologically, it's heightened rumination, turning minor issues into mountains. Visualize her dissecting a casual comment for hours, her texts becoming tentative as doubt creeps in. Stoic men cut through with direct action, embodying presence. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Apply the dichotomy of control, focus on facts, not fears. And the next sign, it's a game changer for discipline. Point number 7, desire for security. She seeks stability, weakening when it's absent. This primal need drives choices toward protectors. Picture her relaxing fully only when you demonstrate reliability, her posture softening, voice warming in your steady presence. High-value men provide this through self-mastery, not promises. Epictetus reminded, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." Stoics accept impermanence while building inner fortitude. Now this transitions to a vulnerability most overlook. Point number 8, flattery susceptibility. Genuine praise melts her defenses, but insincere can mislead. It's the ego boost that clouds judgment. Envision her beaming from tailored compliments, opening up more yet withdrawing if they feel hollow. Wise men use honesty as strength. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Connect through authentic words. But there's something even more important coming up. Point number 9, leadership vacuum. Women falter without clear direction, thriving under confident guidance. Psychologically, it's relief from decision fatigue. See her deferring choices on plans, her energy rising when you lead decisively, eye contact holding longer. Stoic men embrace this role with humility. Seneca taught, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Premeditate roles for harmony. And the final sign is the most powerful of all. Point number 10, empathy overload. She absorbs others' emotions deeply, sometimes to her detriment. This hyper-empathy leads to burnout or misplaced priorities. Imagine her prioritizing your mood over hers, her smiles fading if you're distant, voice trembling slightly. High-value men recognize this, offering balanced support. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." Stoics maintain boundaries for mutual growth. These 10 weaknesses aren't flaws to exploit. They're human realities that Stoicism equips you to navigate with wisdom. Bringing them together, remember the core. Control what you can, accept what you cannot. The dichotomy of control frees you from reacting to her impulses, while amor fati helps embrace the unpredictability of connections. Premeditatio malorum prepares you for these dynamics, turning potential pain into growth. Now, the Stoic approach isn't about manipulation. It's about clarity and self-mastery. High-value men don't use these insights to play games. They use them to build authentic connections grounded in mutual respect. This is about becoming the kind of man who leads with presence, disciplines his emotions, and fosters real strength in others. When you internalize this, relationships transform from battles to partnerships. You gain power not over her, but over yourself, unshakable, wise, and truly free. The Stoics teach us that true wisdom lies in understanding human nature without illusion. When you grasp these hidden weaknesses, you stop chasing illusions and start cultivating real mastery. If this resonated, reflect on a recent interaction. Did you see these signs? Stay strong, stay wise, stay stoic.